Are you aware of this whole Doyle thing?
Yeah. Picking the bones. You know.
Wait, what's the whole Doyle thing? Picking the bones? What? What? All right, let's take this back.
Really? There was some weird question that we both are like dying to know about.
Oh, yeah.
God. Are you aware of this whole Doyle thing?
Yeah. Picking the bones. You know, that's what it is. Basically, they, who needs to even talk about it? Silly. I mean, basically, it's like since whatever I've been doing has been getting some notoriety, and I've been pushing the old Misfit records and the Samhain records, and now the new stuff, they're just thinking that now they're going to scam on something. You know what I mean? They never really had any input in the band, as far as any input at all. Samhain members and now Danzig members have much more input than these guys ever had. I mean, I just come down to rehearsal and go, "This is the song, play it." But and it wasn't any real versatile stuff. It was just like Doyle was not a really good guitar player. I mean, I did play guitar on a lot of those records, especially the Walk Among Us record.
Well, we knew that. Wow, he admits it though. He admits it, right? Oh no.
Both are like dying to know about.
So he really admits it though. I mean, he never really talks about that.
Silly. I mean, basically, and now Danzig members have much more input than
So in 1988, he is just so diminishing Doyle and Jerry in every possible sense that he can, in every which way that he can.
These guys ever had. I mean, I just come down to rehearsal and go, "This is the song, play it." But and it wasn't any.
And those guys will argue that it was always a chorus and a verse, and that they would flesh out the rest of the song, and that's why they felt they were so entitled to songwriting credits.
Real versatile stuff was just like. Doyle was not a really good guitar player. I mean, I did play guitar on a lot of those records, especially the Walk Among Us record.
He's never admitted that. Even, God, I've never heard him admit that in an interview, I don't think. That's not true. Ultimate Guitar Magazine, he did mention that he did that. He did mention that's not true. I'm wrong. But he's just so cavalier about it. Huh.
And prior also.
But what's he talking about? They said bones. What did they mean? I got to ask Greg about this. I got to ask Greg about a lot of stuff.
Have you seen like the big ads? The extent they've gone to the big full color.
They're very rich.
You know, so you can say like, "Buy the new Misfits album."
Yeah.
So that's like,
Well, because that's their only claim to fame. It's been 6 or 7 years since the Misfits.
Oh, 6 or 7 years. Oh my God. How dare they? 6 or 7 years? Come on, Glenn. We know how accomplished you are. You've already done everything that you did in Samhain, and now you're doing Danzig. Think about that. From Misfits to Danzig in like 5 years. That's crazy. Like 5 years was like 2016. You know, that's crazy, man. From 2021, I should say. Wow. I cannot wait to talk to Greg about all this stuff. Hold on. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's rewind here. Sorry. Joe says that they're likely referring to the Doyle fan club at the time. Right, Joe, that's right, because, well, the timeline for that is 87 to 88. They're kind of building the guitars. 88 to 89, they're recording the album, something like that. Kryst the Conqueror was really only around for a couple of years. I know that they were technically Kryst the Conqueror all the way up until 94, but I mean, the actual recording of the album was in that small window of time. But the lawsuit, maybe the lawsuit had just started. When was the beginning of the lawsuit? It had to have been in 88 or 89. Mr. Central, when London May joined the band, he didn't have time to learn. He didn't have time to learn all the songs, before recording began. So GD played drums on several songs. Evie played drums on several songs during the rehearsals for the LP. Yes, that and London has been very forthcoming about that, and I don't think that's like a neg on his ability in any which way. They were not easy songs to learn either. You know, that drumming stuff that Samhain drumming is not easy. It's a testament to both Steve and to London that they can do that kind of stuff. Yeah, Doyle fan club just prior to the Kryst. So what they're doing is they're right. So they started the Doyle fan club, and what they're doing is they're like, Glenn, what's the scuttlebutt with the Doyle fan club? You know, so they haven't even done Kryst the Conqueror, right? So it's October of 1988, which means they must have been literally recording the album. Can anybody find that out? When were they recording the Kryst the Conqueror album? I bet you it was that summer or right then in that time. Picking the bones like vultures, right? Makes sense. Metaphor. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, when I don't know something, I ask questions. That's just how I like to be, or I try to be, at least. Thank you, guys.
Gone.
You also got the team mailing list, the club, because when I first last year, I got a postcard advertising it, and it was to the only reason they had my address.
Well, it was the old Team Club addresses.
Right. So that's why Greg isn't even asking about it, because as we said at the very beginning, if you're just tuning in or if you missed the show, Greg was a member of the Fiend Club, and so he got a postcard. They had all the lists, Jerry and Doyle, as they were trying to jumpstart things, calling it the Doyle Fan Club, and so he got that postcard, and now he's asking Glenn if he knows anything about it. Got it.
It was the first wave of them, and they put them on their dad's computer file.
By the way, I've decided that I'm going to show you guys something at the end of this episode. We're almost done here. If I could shut my mouth, 10 more minutes of interview and we're done. And I have a special surprise for anybody who makes it to the end.